Why you must focus on yourself. Imagine sitting in a quiet room, far from the noise of the world, where your only company is your thoughts. What if I told you that this very moment holds the key to your greatest power? The voice within you, the subtle nudge you often ignore, is your greatest guide. That voice is the connection to your higher self, the divine spark inside you. It's constantly calling you to step into your true potential. The only obstacle, the distractions of the external world. In this fast-paced world, it's easy to lose yourself. We spend countless hours scrolling through social media, comparing ourselves to others, worrying about things beyond our control. Yet, we forget the most important truth. Our inner world shapes our external reality. When we focus on ourselves, on our thoughts, desires, and inner peace, we unlock the door to infinite possibilities. The journey to self-focus isn't selfish, it's essential. It's the path to living a life aligned with your true purpose. Today, we're going to explore what it really means to focus on yourself, why it's crucial, and how this practice can transform your life. Along the way, I'll share stories, practical tips, and personal insights that will help you take control of your destiny. The reflection principle. Your inner world creates your outer world expanded version. Have you ever experienced a day when everything seems to go wrong from the moment you wake up? Perhaps you spill your coffee, hit traffic on the way to work, and end up snapping at someone for no real reason. As the day spirals downward, you wonder, why is the universe conspiring against me? The truth is, it isn't. It's simply reflecting back to you the state of your mind and emotions. Now, contrast that with a day when you wake up feeling great. The sun seems brighter, people smile at you, and opportunities appear as if by magic. What changed? Was it sheer luck? No, it's the reflection principle at work. Your external reality is mirroring your internal state. The world is a giant mirror, constantly reflecting your dominant thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. The circumstances and people in your life are not random. They are a response to the energy you project. When you cultivate joy, confidence, and inner peace, the world reflects those qualities back to you. But when your inner world is filled with fear, doubt, or frustration, you will attract situations and experiences that match that energy. Sarah's story. A real-life transformation. Let's take a closer look at Sarah's story. Sarah was a talented graphic designer with great potential, but her habit of comparing herself to others became her downfall. Every time she opened social media, she saw polished portfolios, awards, and projects that seemed light years ahead of her own work. Instead of feeling inspired, she felt inadequate. She began doubting her abilities, and it showed in her work. Her creativity dried up, and her career came to a standstill. Sarah's breakthrough came when she realized that the problem wasn't external, it was her inner world that needed attention. She decided to stop focusing on what others were doing and started focusing on herself. She began journaling every morning, identifying negative thought patterns and replacing them with empowering ones. She visualized herself creating bold, beautiful designs and receiving recognition for her work. She incorporated meditation into her daily routine to quiet her mind and reconnect with her inner self. Within months, everything changed. Sarah's creativity returned with a vengeance. She began designing from a place of joy and authenticity rather than fear and comparison. Opportunities that once seemed elusive began to flow her way. New clients, collaborations, and even industry recognition. Her success wasn't a coincidence, it was a direct result of the transformation within her. Why the reflection principle matters. The reflection principle is more than just a spiritual idea, it's a practical tool for transforming your life. When you understand that life is always reflecting your inner state, you regain control. You no longer feel like a victim of circumstances, because you realize that you have the power to change your reality by changing your mindset. Consider this, when you focus on abundance, you attract opportunities for growth and success. When you focus on lack and scarcity, you unconsciously push opportunities away. When you focus on love and gratitude, your relationships flourish. When you focus on fear or resentment, conflict seems to follow you everywhere. This principle applies to every area of your life: career, relationships, health, and personal growth. It's a reminder that you are not at the mercy of external events. You are an active participant in creating your reality. Practical steps to apply the reflection principle. If you're ready to experience the power of the reflection principle, here's how you can start. 1. Observe your thoughts and emotions. Spend a few days observing your internal dialogue. Pay attention to recurring thoughts, especially those about yourself and your life. Are they mostly positive or negative? If you notice a pattern of negativity, don't judge yourself, just become aware of it. 2. Reframe negative thoughts. When you catch yourself in a negative spiral, pause and reframe the thought. For example, if you think, "I'm not good enough to succeed," replace it with, "I am constantly growing and improving. Every experience is helping me reach my goals." 3. Use visualization to reset your inner state. Visualization is a powerful tool to shift your internal energy. Take a few minutes each day to visualize your ideal life. Imagine how it feels to have everything you desire. Hold on to that feeling and carry it with you throughout your day. 4. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is the quickest way to change your inner state. Make it a daily practice to write down at least 3 things you're grateful for. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already abundant in your life. 5. Surround yourself with positive influences. The people and content you consume influence your inner world. Surround yourself with supportive friends, uplifting books, and motivational content that reinforces a positive mindset. A second story, James' experience with career struggles. James was stuck in a job he hated. Every morning, he dreaded going to work. His frustration only grew with each passing day. Eventually, James realized that his negative focus was feeding his dissatisfaction. He decided to experiment with the reflection principle. Instead of dwelling on how much he hated his job, he began to focus on the aspects he appreciated: his steady paycheck, the skills he was learning, and the supportive coworkers he admired. At the same time, he visualized himself in his dream role, feeling excited and fulfilled. Within weeks, unexpected things began to happen. His manager noticed his improved attitude and gave him more responsibility. He was later introduced to someone who helped him land a position in a new company that aligned perfectly with his goals. James didn't change his job overnight. He changed his inner world first, and his external reality followed. Final thoughts: be the change you want to see. Your life is a reflection of your inner world. If you want to change your outer reality, the first step is to turn inward. Like Sarah and James, you have the power to create a life that reflects joy, abundance, and fulfillment. The key is to take responsibility for your inner state and trust that life will reflect back the best version of yourself. Remember, the world is your mirror. What will you choose to reflect today? Let me know if you want to develop even more stories or a deeper insights. Imagination, the divine workshop. Your imagination is the most powerful tool you possess. It's not just a place for fleeting daydreams or idle thoughts. It's the workshop of creation, the space where your future is born. Everything you see around you was once imagined by someone. The chair you're sitting on, the phone in your hand, the house you live in. Every invention, every piece of art, and every great achievement began as a spark of imagination. But here's the secret: your imagination is not limited to small ideas or wishful thinking. It's the bridge between your desires and your reality. When you learn to harness its power, you become the craftsman of your own destiny. You can design the life you've always dreamed of by simply visualizing it with intention and feeling. The power of imagination in real life. Let me share a story that highlights how powerful imagination can be. John was an entrepreneur who had big dreams, but was stuck in a cycle of failure. No matter how hard he worked, success seemed just out of reach. He was exhausted, discouraged, and ready to give up. One day, John attended a workshop on visualization and learned something that would change his life. Your imagination is the blueprint for your reality. Inspired by this idea, he decided to try something new. Every night before bed, he closed his eyes and imagined his business thriving. He didn't just see it in his mind, he felt it. He imagined the satisfaction of signing new clients, the excitement of seeing his profits grow, and the joy of doing work he loved. He made the experience as vivid and real as possible. At first, nothing happened, but John stayed consistent. Slowly, things began to shift. An unexpected opportunity came his way. A client who had previously ignored his pitches suddenly reached out with a lucrative offer. His business started to grow, and within a year, he had achieved more than he had in the past 5 years combined. John didn't change his business strategy or hire a new marketing team. What changed was his inner world, his imagination. His external reality simply caught up with the vision he had been nurturing every night. Why your imagination is the true source of power. Many people underestimate the role of imagination in shaping their lives. They think of it as a tool for entertainment or fantasy, but the truth is, your imagination is your greatest creative force. It's the space where your desires take form before manifesting in the physical world. Think about some of the greatest innovators in history. Thomas Edison imagined the electric light bulb long before it became a reality. The Wright brothers imagined flying machines, while others mocked the idea of human flight. Steve Jobs imagined a world where technology would be beautifully designed and accessible to everyone. In each case, their imagination preceded reality. They tapped into the divine workshop within them and brought their visions to life. And just like them, you have access to that same creative power. Practical ways to tap into your imagination. If you're ready to harness the power of your imagination, here are some practical steps. 1. Visualize daily with emotion. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing your ideal life. Close your eyes and imagine your desires in vivid detail. Don't just see it, feel it. Imagine the emotions of joy, excitement, and gratitude as if your dream is already real. This emotional connection is the secret ingredient that turns visualization into manifestation. 2. Create a vision journal. A vision journal is a powerful tool for bringing your imagination to life. Write down your dreams and desires in detail. Include sketches, affirmations, and inspiring images. Each time you open your journal, let your imagination run free. 3. Use visualization before sleep. Your mind is most receptive just before sleep. Spend 5 minutes imagining your dream life as if it's already happening. This practice sets a powerful intention for your subconscious mind to work on while you sleep. 4. Act as if in your daily life. Start living as if your dream is already real. If you want to be a successful entrepreneur, embody the confidence and habits of one. If you desire love, act from a place of wholeness and joy, as if that love is already present in your life. A story of transformation. Emily's vision for health. Emily was diagnosed with a chronic illness that left her feeling powerless. She tried countless treatments, but nothing seemed to help. Then she decided to take control of her healing journey using the power of imagination. Every morning, Emily closed her eyes and visualized herself healthy and vibrant. She imagined running through the park, laughing with friends, and feeling full of energy. She didn't just think about it, she felt it. Over time, Emily noticed changes. Her symptoms began to ease. She had more energy and started participating in activities she had once given up. Her doctors were amazed at her progress. Emily's imagination had become the blueprint for her healing. Turning imagination into reality. Imagination is not about escaping reality. It's about shaping reality. It's about recognizing that everything you desire is first created in the unseen realm of your mind before it becomes tangible. The more you focus on your vision, the more you align with the energy of your desired outcome. But here's the key. Imagination must be fueled by faith and persistence. Just like John and Emily, you may not see immediate results, but if you trust the process and stay consistent, your external reality will eventually mirror the vision you've been cultivating. Final thoughts. Become the craftsman of your reality. Your imagination is your most powerful tool for transformation. It's the divine workshop where you can create a blueprint for the life you want. You are the craftsman, and your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are the tools you use to shape your reality. So, what will you create today? Will you allow your imagination to remain dormant, or will you tap into its infinite potential? The choice is yours. Remember, the life you desire is already waiting for you in the workshop of your mind. Practical steps to focus on yourself. Focusing on yourself is not just a philosophical concept, it's a daily practice. Here's how you can start. Awareness and reflection. Begin by observing your thoughts. How often do you focus on external concerns, what others think, past regrets, or future worries? Each time you catch yourself, gently redirect your attention inward. Daily visualization. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing your ideal life. Feel the emotions of success, happiness, and fulfillment as if they are already yours. Journaling. Write down your desires, goals, and inner reflections. This helps you stay connected to your inner world and track your growth. Meditation and mindfulness. Practice being present. Meditation is a powerful tool to quiet the noise of the external world and connect with your true self. Self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. This journey is not about perfection, but about progress. Celebrate every small victory. Overcoming the fear of self-focus. Why it's not selfish. One of the biggest misconceptions about focusing on yourself is the belief that it's selfish. Society often glorifies self-sacrifice while subtly shaming self-care. We're told to put others first, to prioritize work, family, and responsibilities over our own well-being. While helping others is noble, constantly pouring from an empty cup eventually leaves us drained, uninspired, and ineffective. But here's the truth. Focusing on yourself is one of the most selfless acts you can commit to. When you take the time to nurture your inner world, you don't just improve your life, you elevate everyone around you. You become a better parent, partner, colleague, and friend. Your work becomes infused with creativity and passion. Your relationships thrive. Your presence alone becomes a source of inspiration and calm for those around you. Mark's story, from burnout to inspiration. Take Mark, for example. Mark was a dedicated teacher who cared deeply about his students. He stayed late at school, graded papers on weekends, and constantly worried about his students' performance. His work consumed him to the point where he felt burnt out, exhausted, and resentful. Mark believed that taking time for himself would mean neglecting his students. He thought that self-focus was selfish, and that his job required him to sacrifice his well-being for the greater good. But eventually, the burnout became unbearable. Mark decided to try something different. He started prioritizing his personal growth and well-being. He dedicated time to meditation, exercise, and hobbies that brought him joy. He set boundaries at work and made space for reflection and self-care. The result? Mark didn't become less dedicated, he became more present and energized. His classroom transformed. His renewed energy made his teaching more creative and engaging. His students noticed the difference and began thriving in the supportive, joyful environment Mark created. Focusing on himself didn't make Mark a selfish teacher, it made him a better one. Why self-focus is the key to your best self. When you prioritize self-focus, you tap into your full potential. You break free from the cycle of stress and exhaustion and begin living from a place of abundance. Imagine trying to grow a garden without watering it or nourishing the soil. Eventually, the plants would wither. You are that garden, and self-focus is the nourishment you need to thrive. Here's what happens when you embrace self-focus. Your energy increases. You become more vibrant, alive, and enthusiastic about life. Your creativity flourishes. When you give yourself space to dream and reflect, new ideas and solutions flow effortlessly. Your relationships improve. When you're at peace with yourself, you bring more love and compassion to others. Your work becomes meaningful. You stop running on autopilot and start infusing your work with purpose and intention. Practical steps to overcome the fear of self-focus. If you've been conditioned to believe that focusing on yourself is wrong or selfish, here are some steps to help you shift that mindset. 1. Reframe self-focus as self-alignment. Think of self-focus not as turning away from the world, but as aligning with your true self. When you're aligned, everything in your life flows more easily. You make better decisions, communicate more clearly, and naturally bring your best to every situation. 2. Set healthy boundaries. Learning to say no is a crucial part of self-focus. You don't have to attend every event, respond to every message immediately, or solve everyone's problems. Setting boundaries protects your time and energy so you can focus on what truly matters. 3. Schedule time for self-care and reflection. Make self-care a non-negotiable part of your routine. This doesn't have to be elaborate, simple practices like journaling, walking in nature, or taking 10 minutes to breathe deeply can work wonders. 4. Ask yourself what truly lights you up. Spend some time reflecting on what brings you joy and fulfillment. When was the last time you felt truly alive? Incorporate more of those experiences into your life. 5. Practice self-compassion. Go of the guilt associated with focusing on yourself. Remind yourself that you're worthy of the same love and care you give to others. The ripple effect. How your inner growth benefits others. When you focus on yourself, you become an example for others. Your inner growth inspires those around you to do the same. Your transformation creates a ripple effect that extends far beyond what you can see. Take parents, for instance. When a parent prioritizes their mental and emotional well-being, they don't just become happier, they also create a more loving, stable environment for their children. When a leader in the workplace focuses on their personal growth, they elevate the entire team. A story from one of my coaching clients illustrates this beautifully. Maria, a nonprofit director, spent years putting her organization first. She worked 12-hour days, rarely took time off, and constantly felt overwhelmed. Eventually, she hit a breaking point and decided to prioritize her health and happiness. At first, Maria felt guilty for taking time away from work, but something incredible happened. Her team began to thrive without her micromanagement. She returned to work more relaxed and creative. And the organization grew more than ever before. Her decision to focus on herself not only improved her life, but also strengthened the very organization she cared about. Final thoughts. Self-focus is a gift. Self-focus is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's a gift you give not just to yourself, but to everyone around you. When you align with your true self, you radiate a calm, confident energy that inspires and uplifts others. So, the next time you feel guilty for focusing on yourself, remember Mark's story. Remember Maria's transformation. You are not abandoning your responsibilities, you are enhancing your ability to meet them with grace, creativity, and love. Your growth is a gift to the world. What would your life look like if you gave yourself permission to focus on you? The power of living in the end. Neville Goddard's teaching on living in the end is one of the most transformative concepts you'll ever encounter. It's deceptively simple, yet incredibly profound. Assume the feeling of your wish already fulfilled and live from that state. Instead of wishing, hoping, or waiting for your dreams to manifest, you act as though they've already happened. This mental and emotional shift can change everything. Most people live in a state of lack and want, constantly focusing on what they don't have. But here's the problem. What you focus on expands. When you focus on what's missing, you attract more of that emptiness into your life. When you focus on already having what you desire, you align your energy with the reality you want, and the universe begins to reflect that back to you. What does living in the end look like? Living in the end is not about pretending or faking it. It's about feeling and embodying the state of already having what you desire. It's shifting your thoughts and emotions to match the life you want to live. Let's break it down with some examples. If you want love, don't focus on the loneliness or the absence of a partner. Instead, feel the joy, warmth, and security of already being in a loving relationship. Picture yourself holding hands, laughing, and sharing your life with someone special. If you want financial abundance, stop worrying about your bills and debts. Imagine the feeling of financial freedom, confidence, relief, and gratitude. Visualize yourself checking your bank account and seeing it filled with money. The key is to immerse yourself in the feeling of already living your desired life. This isn't just about visualization, it's about becoming emotionally aligned with the version of yourself who has already achieved what you want. Linda's story, a journey from lack to abundance. Take Linda's story, for example. Linda was a single mother struggling with financial insecurity. Every day was a battle to make ends meet. She constantly worried about money, which only seemed to attract more scarcity into her life. No matter how hard she worked, she couldn't escape the cycle of lack. One day, Linda stumbled upon the concept of living in the end. She decided to change her approach. Every morning, she sat quietly, closed her eyes, and imagined herself living in financial abundance. She visualized herself paying her bills with ease, taking her children on vacations, and feeling completely secure. She didn't just see it, she felt the emotions of relief, joy, and gratitude as if it had already happened. Linda also started affirming her abundance throughout the day. Instead of saying, "I'm broke," she replaced it with, "I'm financially free, and opportunities flow to me easily." At first, nothing happened, but Linda stayed consistent. Slowly, her external world began to reflect her new internal state. Unexpected opportunities appeared: job offers, financial aid, and supportive friends. Within a few months, Linda's financial situation transformed. It wasn't luck. It was the power of living in the end. Her reality shifted because her inner world changed first. How to apply living in the end in your life. If you're ready to experience the magic of living in the end, here's how you can start. 1. Get clear on your desire. First, identify what you truly want. Be specific. If it's love, what does your ideal relationship look like? If it's success, what does that success feel like? The clearer you are, the easier it will be to embody that state. 2. Visualize daily with emotion. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing your desired life. Close your eyes and create a vivid mental scene where your wish is already fulfilled. But don't just see it, feel it. Imagine the joy, excitement, and gratitude you would experience if it were already true. 3. Use affirmations and inner dialogue. Your inner dialogue shapes your reality. Replace negative thoughts with affirmations that align with your desired state. For example, "I am loved and supported. Abundance flows to me effortlessly. I am living my dream life." 4. Act as if. Begin to act in ways that reflect your desired state. If you're living in financial abundance, how would you carry yourself? If you're in a loving relationship, how would you treat yourself and others? Align your actions with your new reality. 5. Stay consistent and patient. The shift may not happen overnight, but persistence is key. Trust that your outer world will catch up to your inner state. The ripple effect of living in the end. When you focus on yourself and begin living from the end state, you not only transform your life, you inspire those around you. Your growth becomes a beacon of hope and possibility for others. Think about the people who have inspired you. Chances are, they didn't achieve their success by accident. They likely focused on their own growth first. Their courage to step into their power and live authentically lit a path for you. For example, have you ever noticed how being around confident, positive people lifts your own energy? That's the ripple effect at work. Your transformation has the potential to create ripples that extend far beyond what you can see. Real-life example. Alex's journey to love. Alex had been single for years and constantly focused on the absence of love in his life. He tried dating apps, blind dates, and everything else, but nothing worked. Then Alex learned about living. In the end, he decided to try something new. Every night before bed, Alex imagined himself already in a happy, loving relationship. He visualized cooking dinner with his partner, laughing together, and feeling deeply connected. He also started treating himself the way he would in a relationship, going on solo dates, taking care of his appearance, and speaking kindly to himself. Within months, Alex met someone at a bookstore. The connection was instant. What felt like a random encounter was actually the result of Alex's internal transformation. He had shifted his energy from lack to love, and the universe responded. Final thoughts. Trust the process. Living in the end is a powerful way to create the life you desire. It's not about escaping reality, it's about aligning with the higher version of yourself. When you live from the state of your wish fulfilled, you tap into a creative power far greater than anything external. Remember, the world is always reflecting your inner state. When you live in the end, you become the architect of your own reality. So, what dream will you embody today? Conclusion: the journey continues. The journey of self-focus is ongoing. It's not a one-time decision, but a daily commitment. Remember, your external world is a reflection of your inner state. When you nurture your inner world, you create a life filled with joy, abundance, and purpose. So, I urge you, stop wasting your time on things that don't serve your highest good. Turn your attention inward. Embrace the power within you. Live as if your dreams have already come true. Focus on yourself not out of selfishness, but out of a deep understanding that this is how you bring your best to the world. Your time is now. Your power is within. Go and create the life you were meant to live. End with a call to action. If this message resonated with you, take a moment today to sit in silence, reflect on your inner world, and take the first step toward your true self. The life you desire is waiting for you within you.